Hello and welcome to the Investing Iguana, where we help you make smart financial decisions for your future. I'm your host, Iggy, and today I'm going to tell you a story about Retiree Robert and the 7 retirement mistakes he made. These are common pitfalls that can ruin your retirement dreams and leave you unhappy, broke, or both. So grab a seat, get comfortable, and let's dive into this story. Retiree Robert is a 60-year-old former civil servant who retired last year after working for 35 years. He always dreamed of traveling the world, playing golf, and spending time with his family and friends. He thought he had everything figured out, but he soon realized that he made some serious mistakes that jeopardized his retirement plans. Let's see what they were. Mistake number 1: not having a plan. Robert never had a clear idea of what he wanted to do in retirement, where he wanted to live, how much he needed to save, or how he would invest his money. He just winged it and hoped for the best. But hope is not a strategy, my friends. You need to have a realistic and detailed plan that covers all aspects of your retirement, from your income sources to your expenses, from your healthcare needs to your lifestyle goals. Without a plan, you're setting yourself up for failure. Robert's lack of planning led him to make some poor decisions, such as quitting his job before he was fully vested in his pension plan, spending too much money on unnecessary things, and not having a budget or a contingency fund. He also didn't have a clear vision of what he wanted to do with his time, which made him feel bored and restless. Mistake number 2: not saving enough. Robert didn't save enough money for his retirement. He only contributed the minimum amount to his 401k plan, which his employer matched 50%. He also didn't have an IRA or any other savings account. He relied too much on his pension and Social Security benefits, which were not enough to cover his expenses. According to a 2020 report from the Federal Reserve, fewer than 4 in 10 non-retired adults felt their retirement savings were on track. And a quarter of non-retired adults had no retirement savings at all. That's scary, folks. You need to save as much as you can, as early as you can, and as consistently as you can. The power of compounding interest is your best friend when it comes to retirement savings. The more you save now, the more you'll have later. And the less you'll have to worry about running out of money. Robert's low savings rate meant that he had to cut back on his spending and lifestyle in retirement. He couldn't afford to travel as much as he wanted, or join the golf club that he liked, or spoil his grandchildren with gifts. He also had to worry about unexpected expenses that could deplete his savings. Mistake number 3: not investing wisely. Robert didn't invest his money properly. He had a very conservative portfolio that consisted mostly of bonds and cash equivalents. He was afraid of losing money in the stock market, so he avoided it altogether. He also didn't rebalance his portfolio periodically or adjust it as he got closer to retirement. He missed out on potential growth opportunities that could have boosted his returns. Saving money is not enough if you don't invest it properly. You need to have a diversified portfolio that matches your risk tolerance and your time horizon. You also need to rebalance your portfolio periodically and adjust it as you get closer to retirement. You don't want to be too aggressive and expose yourself to unnecessary market volatility, but you also don't want to be too conservative and miss out on potential growth opportunities. You need to find the right balance between risk and reward that suits your personality and your goals. Robert's poor investment choices meant that he had less money than he could have had if he had invested more wisely. He also had less income from his portfolio, which forced him to withdraw more from his principal and reduce his nest egg. Mistake number 4: not taking advantage of tax benefits. Robert didn't take advantage of tax benefits that could have boosted his retirement savings. He didn't max out his 401k contributions, which would have reduced his taxable income in the year of contribution and let his earnings grow tax-free until withdrawal. He also didn't open an IRA, whether it was traditional or Roth, which would have given him another way to save more money for retirement and reduce his tax bill. One of the best ways to boost your retirement savings is to use tax-advantaged accounts like 401k, and IRAs. These accounts allow you to save money on a pre-tax or after-tax basis, depending on the type of account, and let your earnings grow tax-free until you withdraw them in retirement. If your employer offers a 401k plan with a matching contribution, that's free money that you should never leave on the table. And if you qualify for an IRA, whether it's traditional or Roth, that's another way to save more money for retirement and reduce your tax bill. Robert's failure to use tax benefits meant that he paid more taxes than he needed to, both before and after retirement. He also had less money to invest and grow over time. Mistake number 5, not planning for healthcare costs. Robert didn't plan for healthcare costs in retirement. He assumed that Medicare would cover everything, and he didn't buy any supplemental insurance or save any money for out-of-pocket expenses. He also didn't consider the possibility of needing long-term care services like nursing home or home health care, which can be very expensive and are not covered by Medicare at all. He was caught off guard when he got sick and injured and had to pay a lot of money for his medical bills. Healthcare is one of the biggest expenses that retirees face, and it's also one of the most unpredictable ones. You never know when you might get sick or injured, or how much it will cost you to treat your condition. Medicare doesn't cover everything, and it has its own premiums, deductibles, and co-pays that can add up quickly. You also need to consider the possibility of needing long-term care services like nursing home or home health care, which can be very expensive and are not covered by Medicare at all. You need to have a plan for how you will pay for these costs, whether it's through insurance, savings, or other sources. Robert's lack of planning for healthcare costs meant that he had to spend a large portion of his retirement income on medical expenses, which left him with less money for other things. He also had to worry about the financial impact of a major illness or injury that could wipe out his savings. Mistake number 6, not paying off debt before retiring. Robert didn't pay off his debt before retiring. He still had credit card debt, car loans, student loans, and a mortgage when he retired. He thought he could manage his debt payments with his retirement income, but he underestimated how much they would eat up his cash flow. He also didn't factor in the interest rates or the penalties that he would incur if he missed a payment or defaulted on his loans. Debt is a drag on your finances at any stage of life, but especially in retirement. When you retire, your income typically goes down, but your debt payments stay the same or even increase if you have variable interest rates or balloon payments. This can eat up a large chunk of your retirement income and leave you with less money for other things. Ideally, you want to enter retirement with little or no debt at all. That means paying off your credit cards, car loans, student loans, and any other debt that you have before you retire. Robert's high debt level meant that he had less financial flexibility and security in retirement. He couldn't afford to do the things that he wanted to do, or deal with unexpected expenses that came up. He also had to worry about the stress and anxiety that came with being in debt. Mistake number 7, not maximizing Social Security benefits. Robert didn't maximize his Social Security benefits. He claimed his benefit as soon as he turned 62, which was before his full retirement age of 66. He did this because he wanted to get his money as soon as possible, and he didn't think he would live long enough to make up for the reduced benefit. He also didn't coordinate his benefit with his spouse's benefit, which could have increased their combined income. Social Security is a valuable source of income for most retirees, but many people don't understand how it works or how to get the most out of it. For example, did you know that you can increase your monthly benefit by 8% for every year that you delay claiming it after your full retirement age, up to age 70? That's a huge increase that can make a big difference in your retirement income. On the other hand, if you claim your benefit early, before your full retirement age, you will permanently reduce your monthly benefit by as much as 30%. You need to carefully consider when and how to claim your Social Security benefit based on your life expectancy, your spouse's benefit, your other income sources, and your tax situation. Robert's early claiming of Social Security meant that he received a lower monthly benefit than he could have had if he had waited longer. He also missed out on the opportunity to increase his spouse's benefit by claiming a spousal benefit or a survivor benefit. So there you have it, folks. 7 retirement mistakes that Robert made and how they affected his retirement. But the story doesn't end there. Robert realized that he had to do something to improve his situation, and he decided to take action. He contacted a trusted financial advisor who helped him review his retirement plan and make some changes. He also learned from his mistakes and tried to avoid them in the future. Here's what he did. First, he revised his retirement plan. He set some clear and realistic goals for his retirement, such as where he wanted to live, what he wanted to do, and how much he needed to spend. He also created a budget and a contingency fund to manage his expenses and deal with emergencies. He also updated his estate plan and his insurance coverage to protect his assets and his family. Second, he increased his savings rate. He cut back on unnecessary spending and found ways to boost his income. He took on some part-time work that he enjoyed and that matched his skills and interests. He also sold some of his belongings that he didn't need or use anymore. He used the extra money to pay off his debt and to invest more in his retirement accounts. Third, he improved his investment strategy. He diversified his portfolio and added more stocks to increase his growth potential. He also rebalanced his portfolio periodically and adjusted it as he got closer to retirement. He followed the advice of his financial advisor and avoided making emotional or impulsive decisions based on market fluctuations. Fourth, he maximized his tax benefits. He contributed the maximum amount to his 401k plan and took advantage of his employer's matching contribution. He also opened a Roth IRA and converted some of his traditional IRA funds into Roth funds, paying taxes now but enjoying tax-free withdrawals later. He also consulted with a tax professional who helped him optimize his tax situation and reduce his tax liability. Fifth, he planned for healthcare costs. He enrolled in Medicare Part A and Part B, which cover hospital and medical expenses. He also bought a Medicare supplement plan, which covers some of the gaps in Medicare coverage, such as deductibles and copays. He also bought a long-term care insurance policy, which covers the cost of nursing home or home health care services if he ever needs them. Sixth, he paid off his debt before retiring. He prioritized paying off his high-interest debt first, such as credit cards and car loans. He also paid off his student loans and his mortgage as soon as possible. He used the debt snowball method, which involves paying off the smallest debt first and then moving on to the next one until all debts are cleared. Seventh, he maximized his Social Security benefits. He decided to delay claiming his benefit until age 70, which increased his monthly benefit by 32%. He also coordinated his benefit with his spouse's benefit, which increased their combined income. He also claimed a spousal benefit based on his spouse's work record, which gave him half of her benefit amount. By taking these steps, Robert was able to turn his retirement around. He was able to achieve his retirement goals and live a happier and more fulfilling life. He was able to travel the world, play golf, and spend time with his family and friends. He was also able to cope with any challenges or surprises that came along the way. So what can we learn from Robert's story? We can learn that retirement is not something that happens by chance or by luck. It is something that requires planning, saving, investing, and managing your finances wisely. It is something that you can control and improve if you are willing to learn from your mistakes and take action. The 7 retirement mistakes are: Mistake 1, not having a plan. You need to have a realistic and detailed plan that covers all aspects of your retirement, from your income sources to your expenses, from your healthcare needs to your lifestyle goals. Mistake 2, not saving enough. You need to save as much as you can, as early as you can, and as consistently as you can. The power of compounding interest is your best friend when it comes to retirement savings. Mistake 3, not investing wisely. You need to have a diversified portfolio that matches your risk tolerance and your time horizon. You also need to rebalance your portfolio periodically and adjust it as you get closer to retirement. Mistake 4, not taking advantage of tax benefits. You need to use tax-advantaged accounts like 401k, and IRAs, or in Singapore's context, the Supplementary Retirement Scheme, SRS. This is a voluntary scheme that allows you to save money for retirement over and above your CPF savings. Contributions to SRS are eligible for tax relief. Investment returns are tax-free before withdrawal, and only 50% of the withdrawals from SRS are taxable at retirement. These accounts allow you to save money on a pre-tax or after-tax basis, depending on the type of account, and let your earnings grow tax-free until you withdraw them in retirement. Mistake 5. Not planning for healthcare costs. You need to plan for how you will pay for healthcare costs in retirement, whether it's through insurance, savings, or other sources. Healthcare is one of the biggest and most unpredictable expenses that retirees face. Mistake 6. Not paying off debt before retiring. You need to pay off your debt before retiring, especially high-interest debt like credit cards and car loans. Debt is a drag on your finances and can eat up a large chunk of your retirement income. Mistake 7. Not maximizing Social Security benefits. You need to carefully consider when and how to claim your Social Security benefit based on your life expectancy, your spouse's benefit, your other income sources, and your tax situation. You can increase your monthly benefit by delaying claiming it after your full retirement age, up to age 70. In Singapore's case, you can increase your monthly benefit by working beyond the statutory retirement age of 63, up to age 70. You can also top up your CPF accounts or join the Supplementary Retirement Scheme, SRS, to enjoy tax relief and higher interest rates. These are the 7 retirement mistakes that you should avoid if you want to have a happy and successful retirement. I hope you enjoyed this story, and I hope it inspired you to take charge of your retirement. Remember, it's never too late to start planning and saving for retirement. The sooner you do, the better off you'll be. Thank you for watching the Investing Iguana. If you enjoyed this video, please like, share, and subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to hit the bell icon to get notified of our latest videos. Until next time, this is Iggy, signing off. Stay smart, stay happy, and stay retired.